We're up to 4 followers on Instagram.
Is that me, you, Chelsea, Kyle?
Oh, I need to follow. I need to follow.
Well, I
My
saw
bad.
Mackenzie follows it, which was real sweet of her.
All right. Well,
What's the name of this thing? Back Porch?
Elite Porch Talk Boys, working title, weekly changing title. I made an executive decision at one point.
Oh,
All right.
Gotcha.
Make sure we're looking good. Oh, hell yeah, we're looking good.
Give us a 3, 2, 1, man.
Oh, we're live.
Me, you, Chelsea, Kyle.
Somebody mute your damn audio. Who was that? Chris?
He follows it.
Okay, we're going to have to make another edit here.
Chris,
Get another dislike. God dang it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to week 2 of the Elite Porch Talk Boys podcast on the Porch Animal. Let's go a little introductions. Top left, he's the king of the Queens food scene, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Kyle, handyman. How you doing, Kyle? Well, Red Solo Cup.
I'm doing well.
Trivia question.
Yeah,
Caleb,
thank you.
who
Yeah.
sang Red Solo Cup?
Toby Keith.
I don't know. I wouldn't even begin to know. But the man that loves fall baseball more than anything, he got his last haircut in the Trump administration. Mr. Hodtow, a.k.a. Caleb in the top right. Oh, God.
Hello.
And then we got the Admiral of the Vol Navy, Mr. Ships himself, Ted Frump. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing, Matt. How are you?
I'm okay. And as you've heard them address me, I am Matt, your humble host. Yeah, that's all I got. All right, guys. Chris is outside. Storms are coming. We got to blow through this. Not really. We're going to take our time. Tennessee.
The only one on the porch, by the way.
Well, I mean, why do you get to decide what a porch is, you know? But anyways, Tennessee, week 1, last Thursday night, took on Bowling Green. What was the final score? Who knows?
38-6.
38-6. Oof. Was that what we expected? What did we expect? Where is it? Kyle, you said 67-17. Caleb, you said 48-17. Chris, you said 41-17, and I said 59-13. So, Chris,
So I was the closest.
No, you weren't.
Who would have ever imagined that pessimism would win the day on a score prediction for your Tennessee Volunteers?
Yeah, just a rough game in my opinion. Kyle, what do you think? What were your thoughts of Tennessee's first game of the season?
Well, I mean, I was out on Joe Milton after I don't know,
2 drives.
going half. I don't even know if I was out on him at halftime or third quarter, but at least by the third quarter I was out on him.
We can go back and definitely find out. But
Yeah, so I don't know. Other than that, everything was great. I don't know. You can't really tell. Like, I think our defense played okay, but does Bowling Green have anything to challenge our defense? I
mean,
don't know.
that was the thing I thought is that Bowling Green's offense is pretty modern. You know, it's not like they're throwing a bunch of 1 and 2 stars out there trying to be a pro-style team. But, I mean, I thought our defense was just great in pursuit. My cat is possessed. Caleb, thoughts on the 38-6 Tennessee thumping?
Well, yeah, I mean, the defense played pretty well, it seemed. I think everyone's already talked about it all week long. The stories, the quarterback, how ours apparently does not know how to move his feet at times. Flashbacks to Gitmo. I have to say, it is a great feeling to already be out on a quarterback after 1 week. I mean, we clearly can't be out on Heupel just yet, so we've got to turn our anger somewhere. So it's really fun. I'm glad college football is back, and we get to have some good old-fashioned hate again.
Admiral, what about you? What were your thoughts?
I was pretty miserable watching it. I mean, we're a traumatized fan base, and we saw so many of the things that traumatized us before. We had indecision from the quarterback. We had inaccuracy. We had not just JG yard or so overthrows. We had 10, 20-yard overthrows.
What was
we
the
had-
tweet? Who tweeted the? If you want, I think it was Big Cat, right? If you-
Yeah.
What was it? If you want Joe Milton to throw it 30 yards, he'll throw it, or 40 yards, he'll throw it 40 yards. If you want to throw it 30 yards, he'll still throw it 40 yards. Any more thoughts on the win?
thought it was hilarious that we genuinely thought the screen it froze. We thought it froze. He was standing there so
gosh.
still. And
Did you guys notice how many times did he roll or drop back? How many times did he motion receivers to go deep, go deep?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
he
that
did
anywhere
that
outside of the
backyard
red
stuff.
zone from a college quarterback?
Not
never
since
seen
Brett
that.
Favre on the thing.
Not since Pigeon Forge Primary School playground.
He's doing it every play out there. What the hell, man? Oh. Yeah, the big story. Joe Milton, underwhelming. Started great, 11 to 22. That's why I think those first two drives were scripted plays. Those first two scoring drives were scripted. And then after that, it was kind of a test run. That's kind of the way I'm leaning right now, is that they were seeing what can we just throw out there and what works. And hopefully that's the case.
Is that common? Is that what happens? Go with what?
How many times did you see him check down to a running back or one of those wide receiver screens? We threw back-to-back wide receiver screens to who's number 3 now?
Josh Malone. No.
Chris, come on.
Peyton.
But Javon Payton, yeah.
Uh-oh. Peyton, come on. We're not going down this road. Yeah, Javon Payton.
We wouldn't have won if he had been out there.
Yeah, so we didn't see that play call the rest of the game, I feel like, but they look great on those scoring drives. Hopefully they get a couple more in there.
Well, how do you account for that kind of drop instantaneously? I mean, I don't remember us executing on offense that well for 2 series ever. It's at least years.
One thing I noticed, I'm one of the idiots that rewatched the game last night, just because my YouTube TV records it anyway, so why not? In Joe Milton's defense, I hate to say this, because he did not run the ball like I thought he was going to run either. Like, he sucked at running, and throwing. But there was 2 drives that I think that he hit Hyatt in the hands for a first down, and Hyatt dropped it. So those 2 3 and outs probably weren't on Milton as much as they were on Hyatt.
That was one of the jokes I had coming in. It was going to be Rocket Boy 2.0 is now on campus. Because did you all see that one he threw to Hyatt down in the red zone where they're like, oh, he should have caught that? It looked like it broke his freaking kneecaps. Like, that thing was a rocket. Man, I've been saving Rocket Boy for a few days and I forgot it. Dang it. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
So another thing I noticed, and I said this on Tony, I got a great line from Tony after the show, the Marcos Garza up all night, whatever you want to call it. Cam Newton cosplayer. I mean, how do you explain it? The guy literally is out there acting like he's Cam Newton. Even when he scored a touchdown, he did the Superman thing. Like, oh, God.
I totally agree with the Cam.
How old is he? 20, 21?
Wasn't he a freshman last year?
I think this is his third year, right? So
yeah, in the broadcast they said he had a degree from Michigan.
Oh God!
So
and a degree from Michigan?
Yeah, they said he's got a degree from Michigan in his back pocket, and now he has a Tennessee touchdown. And that was like the comment.
Hold on.
I don't know, because they put on the depth chart, they put the graduate denotion, and I don't remember him being one. But
well, I mean, I just heard it. I don't know. That's just what whoever the play caller was, or whoever's calling the game.
Right.
Well, shoot, you're right. Like, he was playing in 2018.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yes, you want to join? So he would have been in what, like 11 or 12 when Cam Newton was a Auburn quarterback? Like,
yeah, old enough to know.
Oh Lord. Okay, well, let's hope he doesn't start playing like the Cam Newton of recent years. Guys, one thing that I was going to try to save all the way until today. How many times did you hear Rocky Top on Saturday when we didn't score a touchdown? How many times?
You're obsessed with this.
I'm obsessed.
We are.
What the hell? Why are we hearing Rocky Top? I don't want to hear. I made a tally. We heard the battle twice.
Did we force any turnovers Saturday?
No.
I mean,
Well, it felt like the crowd.
Okay.
The crowd was in it the first half. I mean, at least through first of the second quarter. I mean, they were getting behind. There were some big third downs where you got a lot of noise, and then it was just crickets after that.
Well, okay, so when do you usually hear Rocky Top? Just like when there's a turnover,
whenever
touchdown,
you want
big
to.
play?
We're Tennessee. We don't. There's no rule. Just play the
I'm
damn
just
song.
saying. I'm just saying it was like the whole third quarter was Bowling Green slowly marching down the field to their field goal.
Good. Give them some Rocky Top.
Do you play Rocky Top in a 7-minute opposing drive?
Do you know the only time I remember hearing Rocky Top was when they showed that pregame shot of the student section? Before the game even started, that's the only time I can remember hearing it.
You didn't hear it after the extra point?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you were just so distracted.
I lost focus.
What supplanted it?
To what?
What supplanted it? What did you hear? And did you like or hate that?
Piped in music. Piped in music. Horrible.
Stir of the Pearl.
So my take on the stand tunes, I got the Battle marked down as twice, Iron Man once, Neck once, Kashmir twice, Imperial March once. I didn't even know we played that. Apparently
that was odd.
Carmina Burana once, Painted Black once, Barbarian Horde once. I mean, the staples are there, but Rocky Top, -1. Embarrassing.
Well, let's cause a turnover this week or have a decent pass downfield.
All right. To wrap up the Bowling Green game, what was the unit that surprised you most that you left and said, okay, we got some ballers there? What unit was that?
my gut reaction is, I thought the defensive line got some pretty good pressure on the quarterback.
You looking at my notes?
So I'm pretty excited. I'm not looking at your notes, Matt. I mean,
I gotta find
so
something
Rodney's got them boys playing well, and we didn't even. I don't even think Aubrey Solomon played maybe more than a snap or two the whole game. So
Did he play? I think on Tony yesterday they said that he's kind of a guy that's gone. I don't know if he's still with the Vols.
So I'm excited about the D line, especially assuming we get Young back at some point here.
I actually reached out to our source tonight and asked him if he thought Young was going to play. So we'll see.
I'm still thinking. What surprised you?
So again, I don't know how this is good for us or Bowling Green just did bad. But one, Joe Milton was just standing flat-footed the entire game. But with that being said, our offensive line kind of kept him clean for the most part. So there's a couple times, and also the offensive line opened up some pretty crazy holes for our running backs. So again, that could just be Bowling Green sucking. So
yeah, it's kind of same for me. I did not expect to have 200-yard rushers, and
none of us did.
Bowling Green crashed. Their D line crashed inside on every single play. So we bloop and go. But then, I went back and watched a little bit too. I was surprised at the amount of really successful in between the tackles running. It's just not. It's a foreign sight these days.
She wants to be a star.
Oh
yeah, I do think if we would have just refused to pass the ball and just ran every single play, we could have done that.
That was one of those things where you got the game on, but it's I don't really know what's going on. And then you look at the stats, you're like, when did he get all these rushing yards? Wait, when did he get
Right.
That's the way I felt. I'm like, there's no way this stat is right. But apparently, we got some running backs. What was the news today? Caleb, wasn't you that said that Tyon Evans has COVID.
That's the rumor. He either has COVID or is in the COVID protocols or
Gosh.
something. So,
I
But
mean, Jalen
he's
Wright.
officially out though, right? We just don't know why.
Who was the
I haven't heard that, Kyle.
fourth running back of like Franklin Pierce Jr. or something? Like
Jalen Phillips?
Jalen Wright. I
Jalen
think,
Wright's
is third.
but they played a
Jalen
guy. I think his last name was Pierce. He got in late.
I don't know. Did D Beckwith?
No,
He didn't see a single.
No, come on.
Didn't we just have like the fourth string running back transfer like right before the season started?
I don't
Local
know.
local kid.
Sports talk show, we don't know. We just don't know.
Local kid. Oh yeah, T. Hodge. Yeah.
Oh, T. Hodge.
That was like
T.
a
Hodge.
week ago, I think.
He was not going to see the field.
Yeah,
he might have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
He was a
like
local
fourth or fifth
connection
string.
commit. So, well, all right. Any more thoughts on the Bowling Green Tennessee game? Anybody watch the Pride
We
halftime?
expected us to shank our first field goal attempt of the season, so that was another surprise that we actually made one. So,
Yeah, he actually looked pretty confident.
Bloodbath McGrath, baby, love him. Love him. Kicked the game winner in the Rose Bowl against Penn State. Oh boy, he's gonna. Oh, spoilers, but he's gonna put us over Florida in a few weeks.
Jesus.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, no, we'll get to it. We'll get to that. Okay. Any more Bowling Green? Nope. Good. Okay. Staying on the topic of Bowling Green, is Joe Milton going to be Josh Heupel's first big test as head coach?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Caleb.
Obviously.
I don't know. I mean, what do you mean his first big test?
Like
whether he
are we going to get Pruitt with Garantano? I mean, is this trust my word, your opinion doesn't matter? Is he going to stick by this guy and fail his first test?
Maybe not purely as a football matter, but as fans, the fan base, if we continue to see a second and third quarter performance from Joe Milton throughout the season and we just stick with him because he's the guy, we're going to go nuts here.
Yeah, we're all living in PTSD right now, and like we need to see reasons to get us out of PTSD.
I mean, the reports were that Hooker was the far better passer and had a really, really good camp. So we have viable options back there if this guy is just all skill and no substance.
I mean, it feels like he was playing in an offense that was most like Heupel's probably, with Fuentes. Boy, that lightning behind you, Chris, looks amazing.
The ambience is beautiful. I agree.
Yeah, ambience, please.
But didn't Hooker have like a come from behind win against Miami when he was at Virginia Tech?
Probably. I mean, it's Miami. Everybody beats them these days.
I mean, they had a decent defense.
I think there's reason to have some confidence in him. But like I said,
I will say I can't wait for our fans to hear Heupel say, like, according to what we see in practice, he's our best chance to win. Like if he says that,
already triggered.
Jesus.
I hadn't even thought of that, but my God.
All right. So that's kind of a wrap up of Bowling Green. I'm not sure what to think about the quarterback situation. Like, I hope he gets better, and I hope that this game was kind of just a rough draft of what you can do on offense. So we'll see. We'll see how he plays this week.
Last question on it, though.
Yeah.
Did it do anything to your 10-2 season prediction?
Chris, don't spoil anything for the end here.
That's what happens when you don't give me any notes.
Yeah, we can't give them everything yet. Okay. All right. Saturday, noon Eastern on ESPN. What channel is that? Well, okay, what childhood channel was ESPN for y'all?
32.
32, and what was the other one? 14. Yep, 14 and then 32. That's right.
Yeah.
And then
Where
we
in
had
the
to be
world-
all American and get HD channels and ruin it all. It was easy when it was like 1014 or 1032, you know, but I was like,
Why is that?
what?
Why is that easier?
Well, I mean, because it was just, okay, I know the HD channel is just this channel plus 1,000. So, but anyways, we got Pittsburgh, noon Eastern, Neyland Stadium. Tennessee, as of my checking, was a 3.5-point underdog. Anybody know Tennessee's all-time record versus Pittsburgh?
Yes.
I think we're 0-2.
Yes.
You think, or you know?
It's going to be one worse after Saturday.
Kyle.
We are 0-2.
We are 0-2. What years were those losses?
I assume Johnny had us play them.
80 and 83.
Johnny had us
Guys,
play them.
I've got, okay, all time versus Pitt, we have scored 9 points.
That is
And
vintage stuff.
That was a field goal and a touchdown. How do you think we scored that touchdown?
Pick 6.
A Willie Galt 100-yard kickoff return. We have never scored an offensive touchdown against Pittsburgh. Never.
Jesus.
What?
9 points all time. Just got demolished 2 times against them. But Pittsburgh, led by Pat Narduzzi, 7th season. He's 43-34. Honestly, not the highest caliber of head coach. I mean, has only won, I think, 8 games at most in a year. 5 losses usually. So what do we think? 3.5-point underdog for the Vols. Pittsburgh, noon Eastern, Neyland Stadium. What's going to happen? Chris.
Guys. Well,
These crickets were saying, us.
that's literally. Pitt has the Pitt super laser, but I don't think we are the team that they engage it on. But listening to their talk show people and just a gentle perusing of their boards, they feel like, okay, this is year 7 for Pat Narduzzi. He's won some big ones, but lost a lot of, ho-hum games like this. Sad to say, this is what we are. So, will we win? I don't know. Their defense seems to be pretty good. They got a senior quarterback. They got that Florida transfer at tight end, Lucas Krull. It has all the makings of a Tennessee loss, and it feels a lot like BYU. It feels a lot like any of these early season out of conference games. We come in, we hoping that something happens, and it just totally breaks the other way.
Jump out to a 2-touchdown lead and then lose in the end, like always.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Kyle, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Pittsburgh versus the Vols?
Kind of with Chris, it feels like this is the game we lose, but also from listening to sports radio and hearing their people talk, this feels like to them this is the game they lose as well. So it's who's gonna lose it first? I guess I don't know. But yeah, the scary thing for me as a Vol fan is Pittsburgh is 0-6 against on the road versus Power 5 under Pat. So we're obviously going to be his first road win. I mean, that's just so Vols.
Put them over the next level until they finish the season 6
Yeah,
and 6.
That's going to be the talking point. Is Pat Narduzzi's not won a Power 5 road game until Tennessee.
We do love giving
Are we
other
Power
teams
5 anymore, other than just by conference alignment alone? Gosh.
I mean, yes.
Caleb, Tennessee, Pittsburgh. Tell us why we're going to blow them out.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I literally know nothing about Pittsburgh other than the name of their quarterback, so I can't really break the game. Yes, I can't really break the game down on X's and O's. I can only say the Vols are entering into an important contest, so I think that tells you all you need to know.
Well, we'll give you some X's and O's. Did any of you watch any of the highlights of that Pittsburgh? Who'd they play? UMass, 51-7. Anybody watch the highlights of that?
I watched like 5 minutes of the real-time game, but no highlights.
I did too. And my thoughts was Pittsburgh doesn't look that athletically imposing. Like, I think we match up with them pretty well, strength-wise, physicality-wise. So it's going to be an interesting game for sure. In that 51-7 win over UMass, what did we beat UMass? Wasn't it like a 1-touchdown game a few years ago?
Regrettably.
Oh, baby. I remember. I couldn't watch that game, but I was listening to Bob, and I was like, I don't know which is worse. Pittsburgh had 598 yards on offense, 375 through the air, 223 rushing, 4 fumbles, though. 2 of them lost. That's what do you guys think? Are we going to be able to force some turnovers? Didn't get any last week. Theo Jackson close on that 1 interception, but
Pitt is as scarred as we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, historically, their fans, like, to this day, it's same old Pitt. As soon as something bad happens, it's same old Pitt. They are just waiting for it to break. Go ahead.
Do you know how many national championships Pitt claims?
Is it like 13?
Okay, not that many. It's 9.
Okay.
5th all time. 5th all time. I was like, what? Excuse me? My Rona, me?
The one in 76 are all the other 8 before that, I assume? Or?
Yeah, probably during war years. But that's neither here nor Bama. So what were we just talking about? Oh, yeah, the fumbles. Are we going to be able to force some turnovers, Kyle?
I would say no. Just I don't believe it till we see it.
None. Yeah,
You don't believe
we're going to get interception until I see it with my own eyes.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't. I just don't. I don't know. I'm just so. I don't know what to think about this game.
Speaking of Theo Jackson, though, did that guy not look like a baller on Thursday night? He was everywhere. Like, I kept all night. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch Jawan Mitchell this play. You know how many times I actually did that the whole game? One time. Well,
that much?
Yeah, I didn't see him ever. It was always Aaron Beasley or, one of those other linebackers in there. So, I don't know.
I had the stats to back it up. Like, I didn't expect it, but
Terry Fair loves the guy, so.
Terry Fair loves all of our players.
He's got to,
He's
right?
the proest of pros, but I love you. Love you, Terry.
All right, so can the offense... Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, we will force a turnover. We were close on a couple against Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Like, it's an early
I think
game.
that could be a huge game changer. If we can force 2 turnovers, that goes a long way with this offense, hopefully.
I feel like it's going to be so much us as it is Pitt, just kind of being Pitt.
Right.
They do things, and then it all just goes to Pitt.
So who's going to throw the game away more?
Yes.
That's the flip side. How many interceptions is Joe Milton going to throw? I mean,
right.
Yeah, real football team.
Well, none, because he's not going to throw the ball. He's just going to stand back there. So.
How many?
I thought somebody would laugh. What the? All right. Thanks for that segue into our question here, Caleb. Will the offense show any improvement this week? Kyle?
Yes. And that's just me being a sheep. I don't know. I have nothing to say with that. Just yes.
Okay. Caleb?
I mean, I think the running game is definitely going to take a step back. We're just not going to get those kinds of holes and lack of speed on defense that we faced last week. I find it hard to believe we will throw for fewer than 150 yards like we did against Bowling Green. So, I mean, I think the passing game will have to be better, and the running game will definitely be worse. So,
yeah, Chris,
probably not.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I wholly agree with that. I don't know how the passing game could be any worse. But yeah, we're definitely not going to have 200-yard rushers.
I mean, that's
And
amazing. What did he start? Like 9 of 11, 11 of 12?
something like that. Yeah.
Holy hell.
He had,
Is it true that he only completed 2 passes in the second half?
Probably. I think he finished like 11 of 23 or something, right?
Yeah, I heard that a couple times. I was like, that can't be
and
true.
one
He
of
was
them
horrendous. Was a
didn't Tillman
lob.
have to. Didn't,
One of them, was an underthrown ball to Tillman that he caught for a touchdown.
Yeah, Tillman intercepted his touchdown.
Yeah.
well said.
Speaking of running backs, what were your guys' thoughts? Who looked better, Tyon Evans or Jabari Small?
COVID boy.
Chris?
I mean, I just thought he
Kyle?
showed a lot more.
Agreement? Yeah. Tyon Evans.
His burst
light
was
and day difference. I said
Yeah.
night and day difference. I thought the difference in those guys was huge. All right. Byron Young, is he going to get the Urban Meyer treatment? We're hopefully going to get confirmation of this later in the week. We'll keep you updated. Yes, Cat. Yes, Cat. Is he going to get the Urban Meyer treatment? Is he gonna
I think
serve
so.
his second suspension against Tennessee Tech? No. Okay, Kyle. Oh,
We're Tennessee. I don't think we get the benefit of those kinds of things.
Yeah, the last thing I saw was like Heupel said we're waiting to hear back. So if he was going to play this week, I think Heupel would go ahead and say that, right? He wouldn't be saying we're waiting to hear back.
I don't know if you would necessarily say that. I mean, coaches are weird with
I think he's
what
a
they
sneaky.
say.
Yeah, that's true.
Chris, you think he'll play?
It's hard to. Everyone has talked about this kid, but we haven't seen or heard, I know nothing about him. It's hard to care.
I mean, I think his position is one that's really easy to make an impact at. Like, what'd you see?
The wind is picking up.
The wind is picking up. Okay. Well,
Yeah, no.
They had to look back for the win.
I guarantee. I bet we actually probably find a way to have him serve it against Tennessee Tech. Is that the whole issue? I'm not real familiar with
I mean,
it.
I think if we technically appeal it this week and it is pending appeal, he can, I guess, play having already served one game, and then,
Right.
next week when it says, oh, it's denied. Okay, well, he'll sit. I think that's their play.
Yeah, like he can kind of choose when to sit out the 2 games.
Well, it's not really
Like
choosing.
City Mount versus like South Alabama.
It's the formality in the
Right,
appeal,
yeah.
like when you put it in. I would say, I don't know. I'm not a compliance expert. So game predictions: Tennessee noon, Pittsburgh. Kyle, what you got? Score and MVP / P's.
I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah,
let's see.
by the way, the over under is. I actually don't remember what it is. Yes, Cat. I don't remember. Oh well. Wait. Here it is. 57.5. Yeah, sorry. 57.5.
I was thinking like 28-24 Tennessee.
Okay.
Caleb.
Give us one player of the game. Who do you think is going to be player of the game?
Let's just say Hyatt. He makes a bounce back.
Oh God. Okay. Going out on a limb there. Caleb, who you got?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Pitt 27-23. I want to say the player of the game is Kenny Pickett.
Who? Is this a real player?
Who's the Pittsburgh quarterback?
I don't know.
Player of
I
the
said
game.
Dan Marino, and you said, yeah, that's right. I said, okay, Dan's got a son. Kenny Pickett. Okay, if that is his real name. Chris, what about you?
I say Pitt 23-17,
Oh God.
and I bet that tight end lights us up for a score or two. Kroll.
That tight
that's a good
end.
pick.
Okay.
He's a Florida guy. This is what they do.
I
I can't wait to see Jeremy Banks cover tight end.
Hey, I thought he actually looked like he was a little quicker this year. I thought he appeared a little.
His Bowling Green.
Come on, it's still a Division I athlete. I'm gonna say Tennessee. Tennessee 31, Pittsburgh 27. Go Vols.
Oh,
Chris, get out of the barn. What are you doing?
Need a shearing.
And my MVP of the game, I'm gonna be Cooper Mays. My MVP is gonna be Cedric Tillman. I love Cedric Tillman. Love him. All right, you
Why?
guys. I don't know. I just like him. Okay, you don't have to have a reason. He looks good. He's a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
Quick boy. And I think he wore number 4, which I like number 4 on a wide receiver.
He did
Stallworth,
throw-
Wade, Jones. I mean, come on.
Dominic Wood Anderson.
Yes.
John Kelly.
All right, you guys ready to go over some over-under from the previous week?
Hit us.
Okay, well, we had a tie for the most hits. Chris, give yourself a round of applause. And Caleb. Both got 4 right. Kyle, unfortunately, you only got 2. Moving on.
How many did you get?
It says 0, but that's got to be a typo. I don't believe that. Attendance, we set it at 85,000. Announced was 81,000, so everybody hit that except for me. Points, under was the result. Kyle, you took the over. Caleb, you took the over. Chris, you took the under because you hate the Vols, and I took the over. Joe Milton, let me get my notes here. Joe Milton, over 300 yards passing. It was an under. Kyle, you took the under. Caleb, you took the under. Chris, you took the under. And I took the over. But here's my quote here. Kyle, you said he won't stay in the game long enough to get 300 yards.
Yeah.
Chris, don't laugh.
Yeah.
Chris, you said that he wouldn't play the most. You said that other quarterbacks would play more than him. So, Caleb, congratulations on your Joe Milton win.
Your pessimism won the day.
Evan Small, 100 yards for both. We all missed it under. Wide receivers with 2 touchdowns. Caleb, you took the under. You won that. Everybody else sucks. Took the over. Sacks, we set it at 3. Everybody except for Chris took the over, and we got 2. So, Chris, congratulations. Transfer portal references, we set it at 4, and I didn't notice more than 2, I would say, right? Did you guys notice any more?
Yeah, I heard 1 in the pregame.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
so Caleb, you took the under, and I, in fact, did not say, so whatever. That's 1 win for me. And then wins for the season. Kyle, we set it at 6. You took the over. Caleb, you took the under. Chris, you took 6, and I took the over. Oh, we'll see. All right, you guys ready to play this
Time will
week's
tell.
over under?
Go.
All right, we got a noon kickoff. Attendance 95,000. Over or under?
Under.
Under.
Afraid I'm going to have to go under on that.
Thanks for the free point now.
Jesus.
I'm taking the over. I mean, where is you guys? Why aren't Vol fans
Oh
going?
my God.
We showed up for the most random football over the last decade. Now we're not going to go when we might score some points.
We didn't put 95,000 in our last Georgia game.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I can't
Yeah,
change it now.
should you change the number? Oh, okay.
I set it as a hard number there. All right, next points. Wait, no. Okay, yeah. Next, points. 57.5. Kyle, over under.
Like right at it, so over.
Okay, Caleb.
Under.
Under. Chris.
Sorry, I was. Wind is blowing the umbrella. I think the table might tip over. What was the question?
57.5 points. Over under.
What's 23 foot under?
23-17. Yep. Kyle, you said over, but your score was 28-24.
I know. I was.
Do you want to change either of those answers? No? Okay.
No, we'll keep both of them as is.
Well, at least you might be right on one of them.
I'm more confident in the over-under.
57. What did I say? 31-5. Over. Okay. What do we got next? Quarterbacks played. 1.5. How many QBs will the Vols roll out there? 1.5. Over under, Kyle?
Oh, jeez. I say Milton's playing the whole game.
Okay, so under. Caleb?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say under 2. I don't think we're gonna blow them out. I don't think we're gonna get blown out. So I'm gonna go under.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, I have a. It's hard to imagine Milton playing bad enough to get pulled. Like we're going to be frustrated with him, but I don't think I think he rides it out. But that's injury. Standing back there, I'm afraid his legs are going to get taken off.
Yeah.
So, does this take into account just playing the entire game, right?
Just
We could have
quarterbacks played. Hendon Hooker can come in.
Don't think about it too much.
Hand it off for one play.
I didn't give my answer. I'm going to say over. I say we probably have a strong hit or something. He has to go out for a play, or his helmet comes off or something.
Okay. Well, I'm also taking.
We also nice little Wildcat package or something. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be nice.
Has that been used in the last 5 years in the college game? I mean, the Wildcat package is essentially what every offensive system is now. It's just with a guy that can throw the ball a lot better.
What's Gerald Jones doing these days?
Who knows? I'm taking the over on that as well. Okay, next 100-yard. Wait, we skipped one. In-game Rocky Tops that are not a touchdown. Excuse me? You guys don't like the Vols? Hello? 4 Rocky Tops, not a touchdown. Over under. Kyle.
I think this means only on TV, right?
That we can hear on TV. Is that
Okay?
standard?
Well, yeah. Let's set it at 3 then. 3. 3 Rocky Tops on TV, not a touchdown.
Over.
Over. Okay. Caleb.
I'm going over. I think we're going to get, a turnover on downs, maybe a couple turnovers. I think I'm going to go over.
Okay. Chris.
Well, as Tony says, everyone in the AD listens to his show, so I'm sure some intern stayed up all night and heard you about 6 in the morning. Today.
It was 7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning. Need more Rocky Top, so I bet they take that into account. I'll go over.
Okay, over. I'll also take the over. Fingers crossed. All right, 100-yard running back, 1.5.
Under.
Yeah, I mean, this really changed today with the COVID news. Caleb?
Yeah, I'm
Under.
going under.
Okay, Chris?
You gotta go under. I mean,
Okay.
Is that?
Can Joe Milton
Is it a? That's what I was saying. Does Joe Milton count? Like, is it
We'll say, yeah.
more
We'll
than
say
100-yard rusher,
count.
or
yeah,
just
that's what I was thinking when I read it. I was like, well, now we should have
Definitely
100-yard rusher. Okay, not running back, rusher.
still one?
should have made it a 50-yard rusher.
No, it's my show. No, it's our show. I'm sorry. So we got under. I'm taking over. I think we're gonna run a lot of tight end sweeps. Get that edge. 100-yard wide receiver.
All right, hold on.
Wait, Prince and Fant's gonna run for 100
No, I'm
yards?
kidding. I'm kidding, of course. Joke, guys. It's a
Jesus.
joke. 100-yard wide receiver, 1.5.
Under.
Under.
We spread it out.
I'm taking the over. Okay. Couple more here. How many times are we going to punt the ball? 4.5 times. Over, under.
Way over.
Over? Okay.
I'm gonna say under.
Okay, Chris.
Way over.
Oh, I'm sad to hear that. I'm taking the under as well. Let's go, Kyle. A couple
I just
more
wanted to be
here.
different.
Johnny Majors mentions 3.5.
Oh God. Over.
Oh God, that's the easiest over ever.
Yeah, easy over.
Yeah, we should have set that higher. Over. Okay. Will the announcers mention the restaurant Litton's? Yes or no? This is a yes or no.
Who's calling the game? Do we know?
God, no. I don't know.
I'm gonna say no. Tom Hart's dad just died. He's probably not calling our game. He's the only one who knows such local treasures.
I agree.
Or Todd's Taste of the Town? Todd back.
I don't think
Does
Tom
he
doesn't
still?
win game.
Does he still like do stuff?
Yeah. I saw him. He was on Fox, right?
I don't know.
I saw him do a Taste of the Town this past weekend, but on some channel. He was sitting at some diner.
Okay.
Anyway,
well,
it's under.
okay. No, Chris.
That's a big no.
No, I'll also go no. Okay. Dumb question, but we added it. And
fish-
last one, mentions of Tennessee players transferring out 1.5 times. Over, under.
Under.
Okay.
1.5. I'll say over.
Okay, Caleb.
I'm gonna say over.
Yep, I'll also go over. Okay. Well, that is our that's our over under for the week and a recap of last week. So let's start the wrap up here. This week's Vol fandom question. What was the first game you ever remember watching?
Did you do this last week?
No, we did. What did we do last week?
First game we attended.
Yeah. It was late when we did this.
Okay, I've got mine. It was 1994 Kentucky.
Jesus.
Because we went to Miss Husky's second grade class, went to Neyland Stadium, went in the press box. We wrote letters to the players. I wrote to Leslie Ratliff. And that wasn't 94. That was 96. But 94 was the first game I watched because I could distinctly remember Leonard Little sacking Billy Jack Haskins over and over and over. And the guy is just walking on the field and his arm is just hanging out of the socket on his body. Then he just busts past us for like a 90-yard touchdown. It was insane. It was like a 40-point win, though.
All right.
Great play-by-play on that.
Next, who'd you watch? Or what was the first game you watched, Kyle?
I have I'm a little late to the party here. Like I have images of watching Peyton versus Nebraska and stuff like that, or those type of things. But the one game that I actually truly remember watching and I processed it was probably I watched the national championship game, all of that. That's the first one I can actually remember processing.
Right. All right, Caleb?
No.
Mine is the same answer as last week, the 96 Kentucky game that I went to. I don't remember watching a game before going to a game. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember it.
All right. Mine was 97 Tennessee versus Texas Tech. I think it was on ESPN2 late at night or ESPN. I think we won 52-17. Peyton just dropping dimes in there. That was my first game I remember watching. Anybody else have any UT fandom little scenarios or something you want to add?
I have a couple questions. Like
Okay,
I feel like we've been kind of negative. Like I want to know two things. What do we have to do to win? And does this win qualify as a signature win for Josh Heupel? We saw this debate earlier. I'm curious on your thoughts.
I think the only answer to what do we have to do to win is play better on offense. I think that's the only acceptable answer. What, Cat? Goodness. But yeah, that's my take.
Y'all.
Yes, I agree, Matt. We have to play better to win.
That's the not worried about defense, just move the ball on offense. How about that?
I really think that if we put any sort of pressure on them, maybe our hope is they collapse before we collapse.
That's my only hope. Is that
What's the definition of a sig win, Chris?
What?
What's the definition of a sig win?
See, we saw the debate earlier, and Trent Flubb says the signature win is basically whatever he says it is. But it's situational here. Like, this game is going to determine the tone and tenor for the rest of the season, if not his entire tenure. Like, we all talk about BYU and Georgia State for Jeremy Pruitt. This is his BYU game to me.
Let me ask you another game historically and see if it was a sig win or not. 2018 Auburn.
Yes. For me,
was a sig win.
Yes, it's the one I said. I think Jeremy Pruitt. Okay, good. Did that mean anything? Obviously not.
Okay, so that's my question. Does it mean anything or not?
But it juiced us for the rest. Well, no, was that first year?
Yes.
Okay, it did not juice us. Okay.
I think it would be a signature win just because it's a team. Like, it's Pittsburgh, it's an outer conference opponent that's decent.
Yeah.
A great test of who we are, because we're let's be honest, some of these top teams, Clemson wouldn't come into Neyland Stadium and we'd be talking about, we got to do to win. Like, what do we got to do to not be embarrassed on the national stage? So, yes, I think it would be a signature win.
I'm going to say no, not a sig win. My gut tells me the only games that qualify for sig wins are Florida, Georgia, and Alabama.
I think that I don't know it'd be a signature win, but important win. Like, I think this win could be a four. No, I think this Pitt game is like, if we lose this game, the door is completely shut on 7 or 8 wins. But if we do win, we there's a possibility for 7 or 8 wins. If we lose, the door is wide open for 5 wins or 4 wins.
I'm going to have a little hot take here. Go against the grain. I do not think the Pitt game is as important as everyone is saying it is.
I'd like you to explain that.
It is Josh Heupel's second game. If we lose, of course things could go very, very south, but also it's his second game. He can turn things around. Joe Milton could suck badly Saturday, but still end up being a good quarterback. I'm going to say it's a little overrated.
I think this is an important game just because it's a conference opponent, or not a conference, but an out-of-conference opponent that is the first true test of who you are as a team. Where do you stack up amongst, the names in the nation, the better teams across the country? I think that's the way I look at it. I think this is a big game, important game.
I think it's enormous. I think you can't overstate it.
I think that, like, I think if we win, it's like, as a fan base, we can be like, okay, the last era is officially shut down and we've moved on. If we lose, it's like, here we go again.
So I think if we win, I kind of agree that it's like, okay, we're definitely going in the right direction here. But if we lose, I still don't think it's.
What if we lose a close game?
Or Josh Heupel or Joe Milton or anything.
Will that change our opinion if we lose, by a field goal or, a close margin?
Yeah.
Yes, moral victory is definitely in play.
Always, baby, go Vols.
All right, yeah, I like this. Here's my question for the thing is, besides a win and loss, what would make you extremely happy or extremely mad? like situational wise, without talking about no wins or losses.
Joe Milton makes
Game
zero
management.
progress.
Yes.
Looks the same.
That is
Okay, that would what would make you happy?
Joe Milton doesn't look the same.
yes.
Joe Milton learns how to do the happy dance in the pocket.
I
Like
guess
Cam
the
Newton.
like the other side of it is the receivers stop the drops. It was
No, man,
really
that's on Joe
disappointing.
Milton. That man, Rocket Man 2.0.
I think Rocket Man
All right,
just
so yeah,
busting their gloves.
Yes.
the thing that makes me redneck mad is poor game management by coaches. We've seen it every coach for the last however
Yeah.
long. Josh Heupel goes out there and misuses timeouts or doesn't go for two when he needs to go for two or does an onside kick or something stupid. That's going to be the thing that gets me the most angry.
That is one of the most frustrating
Yeah.
things is when you have to take a timeout because the play clock's running down. It's like, what are we doing? I
I don't
hate
think we're going
that.
to have to worry about that.
Yeah, I didn't
But I
see it
did
last
see
week, but
that-
I hate seeing that.
But I did see that as of week 1, Tennessee ran the fastest offense in the country.
Yeah, except we
Like we're averaging like 9.8 seconds between snaps.
wish we could average some yards gained during those, but yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like.
That's going to be our like me and Chris talked about it. You know how when Tennessee's really bad, we're always leading the nation in something that doesn't matter. Like we led the nation in kick return yards, and then we led the nation in something else when we were really really bad. We're going to lead the nation in quickest offense
Gosh.
and still be really bad.
Yeah, and defensive time of possession, I'm sure. All right, any more fun little topics to go off on? What do you guys got?
Did anyone notice how big Josh Heupel's nostrils were? They are enormous.
I couldn't
He's-
stop
his
looking at the
camera angle,
man's
camera angle.
belly. I mean, he doesn't try to suck it in or nothing. He's just flaunting it out there. Like, that man is
He's
got a
one of us,
gift
Matt.
card to the copper cellar or something. But he looks like one of us. He really does. Want him to succeed.
One thing I've learned, he loves the 5 o'clock shadow thing. It's like he doesn't commit to the full beard, but he doesn't commit to the fully shaven either. It's just gotta like, bro, do something with that.
Again, he's one of us.
Like, seeing that guy on
His
the sideline,
eyebrows are equal though.
he did not look like a head football coach, but he looked like the type of football coach that I want coaching my team.
I value large nostrils in my coaches.
I'll have to look for that. I didn't notice it, but
They're
He
extremely
said the
long.
same thing
Very
about
long.
Pruitt too.
Halftime interview, he's tall, so they get below him, and it's just, ugh,
oh gosh. All right.
has
All right, what else we got? Anything? Anybody?
any other questions?
All right, you
Any
guys.
other news or notes?
Snooze and notes, guys.
Well, let's get
Well,
to
we're
a
gonna
phone
bring on
call
Jerry.
here. All right, you guys want to do a trivia question?
Yes.
Okay, would you rather do a question about quarterbacks, kickers, or running backs?
Surprises.
Okay,
Running back.
running backs. Okay, which UT running back all time with at least 100 carries averaged the most yards per carry? At least 100 carries all time, running back, most yards per carry.
Johnny Majors.
Okay, Kyle, Caleb.
I'm gonna say Jay Graham.
Okay, Kyle.
I think it's gonna be something crazy and funny.
Hank Worth.
So I'm gonna say Marlon Lane.
Okay.
Just because. Just because.
Okay.
Ray,
I'm just going for fun.
Well, number 3 on the list, Chuck Webb, 239 carries, 5.8 yards per carry. Number 2, Kyle's man, Alvin Kamara, 210 carries, 6.2 yards per carry. Number 1, all time for the Vols, 313 carries, 6.7 yards per carry. Mr. Charlie Garner.
Nice.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? Charlie Garner. Remember him playing in the NFL when I was a kid? They would say, hey, he went to UT. And I'm like, okay, didn't know that. Proud of it, though. Proud of it.
He waited his turn.
All right, we're getting up on the hour mark here. Let's finish it off here with the weekly gripe and whatever we got. Kyle, what's bothering you this week?
Ever since Ida came through New York City, which we didn't get like hurricane stuff, we got major floods. Everything is flooded, and the subways are like super delayed. So like my, a 30-45 minute subway ride is now like an hour and a half. So it's just all the trains are like super late. They usually come between 3 and 5 minutes, and now they're coming like 15 to 17 minutes, and they're going just slow.
That's a city life, man. You signed up for it.
Terrible.
Caleb, what's your gripes this week? You're in the market for some carpet. Is that what it is?
Yes. Buying carpet has been incredibly frustrating for the past 24 hours. I knew nothing about carpet yesterday, and I've been on a crash course to learn everything about carpet. So you've got polyester carpet, you've got nylon carpet, you've got all these different blends of polyester and nylon, you've got 1,000 different colors, you've got all these different prices, price per square foot, price per yard, you've got all these different kinds of pads you got to put under the carpet, 6 pound, 8 pound, 9 pound, with a liner, 10 pound. And then you go to all the stores, and there's all different brands. You cannot compare the carpets whatsoever. No idea what to buy. But shout out to my man Robin for getting us hooked up with some nice carpet for my son's bedroom.
What color did you get? What kind of carpet? Polyester? I mean, how thick's the padding? Details.
We went with a nice, cheap, standard, like tan-ish that you see in tons of bedrooms.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Chris, what you griping about this week? Carpet?
No, but pricing.
Pricing.
A pack of 8 Nathan's bun-length hot dogs went up about $3 in the past week. Just
$3?
What the hell?
Oh man, that's crazy. All right, any more gripes before I get to mine? Well, guys, what did I complain about during the game more than anything?
Rocky Top.
Ewad's hair.
No, even more than that. Even more. What, Caleb? I think the exact words that you said was, "Nobody cares about the commercials." Was it not?
Oh, yes.
The commercials. Applebee's. Hang on, I got some notes here. Okay. We'll save Applebee's for last. Okay. The SEC had a nice little "We Back" vaccination commercial. No complaints there. Amazon, I didn't care about it. I mean, it's a feel-good story, but I mean, everybody knows their history. Chick-fil-A, this is where I started to get mad. Chick-fil-A's commercial featured a woman that redeemed 60,000 Chick-fil-A points. Now, I'm not a Chick-fil-A point redeemer or user or gainer. None of that. She redeemed 60,000 Chick-fil-A points to feed a homeless shelter. Chick-fil-A, why couldn't you just feed a homeless shelter? Why did a woman have to use these points and then you put her in a commercial like you did something? Pissed me off. Burger King, that ASMR commercial has got to go. Makes me uncomfortable. I do not care about whatever you're talking about. Just please stop. I get chills. But Applebee's. Yeah, we fancy like that Applebee's. Okay. I hated this commercial. The words I wrote here were just S-H-I-T. But guys, I'm in love with this Applebee's commercial. I think it's brilliant. I think it's great marketing. Whoever made it is wonderful. I absolutely enjoy that commercial now. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is not a rib. Shout out to
I'm glad you-
Applebee's. Applebee's, hey,
It is a great.
I'm not the type of person, I don't understand why people dance. I mean, if you say you want to express yourself, like, sure. I don't understand what you're expressing. You're kind of just moving around. But man, that song, I didn't know it was a real song. I thought Applebee's just made up a little, parody little song. Apparently this guy really likes Applebee's, and takes his date there on fancy nights or whatever. But I mean, just the most amazing turnaround I can remember in my life is going from absolutely hating the Applebee's commercial to thinking it is a pure masterpiece to grace our televisions with. What do you guys
As
think?
Big Game Bob would say.
What do you
Big
guys-
Game Bob would say, "What a turn of events."
Oh, baby. Tennessee wins! Oh, baby. What do you guys think about the Applebee's
What a
commercial?
First
Thumbs
of all,
up,
was
thumbs
this
down.
was this your earth-shattering news that you were going to reveal? Okay.
I think it was. It was that or no Rocky Top, and nobody seems to care about that, so.
I want the Pride to play the Applebee's song next week. Now that would be great.
We should do over under on how many times we see the Applebee's commercial.
Oh, it's 10.
We'll get it. We gotta have to hire an intern, guys.
It was like every commercial. And like my life is catered to not have commercials. Like I've got YouTube Premium. I don't have I have cable. I don't ever watch it. Like I never see ads. The most ads I ever get in a week is when I listen to Tony or, a random podcast ad pops up. Like that's the only ads I get. So I hate ads. Like when I see them, I'm just thinking, hey, State Farm, if you wouldn't have hired Chris Paul, whoever this famous woman athlete is, and whoever, like John Legend, isn't he one of them? How much more money could you have saved me on my car insurance if you didn't have to pay these guys millions of dollars to tell me to buy your insurance? It makes no sense to me. I think advertising is stupid, and I don't care about it. And that's why...
Just a point of clarification.
Oh, God, here we go.
We love advertisers. Anyone who wants to sponsor this podcast, please.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love you all.
Except for Chick-fil-A and Burger King. You're not welcome. I'm just kidding. We love you all. Except for Burger King. So anything else? Any more gripes? You guys want to gripe about my gripe or... No?
Your gripe was perfect.
All right.
Spot on.
Well, that's what we live for each and every week. So... Saturday, noon Eastern, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Kyle 28-24, Caleb 27-23, Chris 23-17, and Matt 31-27. Kyle and me have Tennessee winning. Caleb and Chris have Pittsburgh winning. Go give them some hate on social media this week. Let them know that the Falls are back. Any closing thoughts? Anything at all? No?
No.
Not a Go Vols, GBO, no?
Go Orange.
Go Big Orange. Okay, Kyle. It's like in Sunday school. You got to
No.
say one of the Jesus prayers. Jesus wept. We got to Go Big Orange.
Yeah,
Give me one.
Go Big Orange.
Okay, Chris.
We have to win this game.
Okay, not heard that one before, but by God, fight, Vols, fight. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. We might even see you this week for a post-game recap. Don't know yet. Kat's going crazy. Going to go take care of her. Guys, it's been fun. Hope you guys will meet me here again next week. Nothing else. You sure? Nothing's popped into your heads?
We have
Good.
to win.
I think
No.
that's it.
Kyle, turn that hat around. Let's see that front real quick.
The,
Oh, baby.
that.
Oh, baby. That's
Yeah.
what it's about, folks. Thank you, anyone and everyone. We'll see you next week. Next week, we'll be on the new Elite Porch Talk Boys on YouTube. Look us up. Who's doing the Instagram? Caleb, is that you?
Yeah, we are the Elite Porch Talk Boys on Instagram.
The Elite Porch Talk Boys on Instagram. Kyle, what are you doing? Anything? No? Okay,
Just
Chris,
getting
what
off
about
his
you?
call.
I'm throwing out a link and telling people about it.
Hell yeah, our recruiter, and yeah, I think that's about it. We'll get on Twitter. I don't know about Facebook, but we'll do all that stuff. But folks, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Whew.